Yo, what's going on, guys? What I got for you today is going to be a commentary. It's going to be a game that I've had on my computer for some time now, and I never got around to making a commentary for it. But this is a pretty cool game, pretty back and forth. So hopefully you guys do enjoy it. I'm going to be using a Buzzwole Lycanroc deck. As you will see, Buzzwole is going to come out here in a minute, and I'm going to be facing off against a Zoroark Weavile deck. So if you guys do enjoy the video, you know what to do because you're beautiful and smart, and you guys know how to hit that thumbs up button. But anyway, we're going to see a DCE go down to that Zoroark. So hopefully I can pull off a Buzzwole here. That was what I was going for. This game was from my live stream. I need to live stream more. I stopped doing that. So yeah, basically I've just been really busy lately. That's why the uploads have slowed down a bunch. That and I every time I record a video, I keep having like audio distortion. I don't know what it is. The audio just sounds terrible. And I'm using the same microphone that I use for every single other video. It might be the program. I don't know. Like, that program's giving me a lot of issues, and it's just frustrating. But right here, guys, I pretty much get like the perfect hand here. I get the Floatstone on the Rockruff, and now I can just take an early prize and get a DCE off the field, and I can kind of damage one of those Zoroarks back there, or that Zoroark back there, I should say, and just kind of get my turn going. So yeah, I had a really solid start there, and the cool thing about this matchup is it's a little bit in my favor. Zoroark can hit hard, but I can one-shot it. And I just have to try to make sure I don't, bench too many things with abilities, because Weavile can definitely become a problem. But I was sitting there really happy because I thought maybe I was going to get to knock that Zoro out, but no, he does evolve into the Zoroark, and well, I just kind of cried a little bit. But yeah, I've just been really busy lately, and I've been wanting to produce content, but at the same time I'm busy and I'm kind of in like a creative funk right now. I don't know. I'm just like really struggling with video ideas, and my audio distorting is not helping much. But my opponent right here is going to try to stall with Icy Wind, and he does Field Blower, getting rid of my Floatstone, which is pretty annoying. But he is going to Cynthia and get himself a fresh hand of 6 cards. I'm kind of checking his discard pile out there. He does bench a Tapu Koko, and I believe a Zoroark is going to follow here in a second. Yep, there it is. So right here, I'm just kind of thinking, I'm in a pretty solid position. Yes, he does have a Zoroark back there, but for the most part, I'm in a pretty solid position. I just woke up from sleep, which is really good. So I have a Rockruff and a Sycamore to get myself a fresh hand of 7 cards. So now it's going to be pretty dependent on what I get. I do grab another Buzzwole, and I'm just going to start loading up this Buzzwole here because I need to start taking surprises here soon before things get crazy, because you never know what's lying in these Zoroark decks. You never know what they might have in there to, to get the matchup a little bit more in their favor. There is a certain very popular Pokemon from Gen 1 that can easily, turn that in their favor. That damn Mew. But anyway, so we see another Zoro is going to go down the bench, and I have a horrible habit of like just kind of hovering cards over and bringing them up and covering the screen. As you guys know, when you hover over cards on Pokemon TCG Online, they get bigger, and I do that all the time, and I try not to. That's why my cursor is way over there to the right. My opponent is going to trade and get himself a couple more cards. I'm really not too worried at this point, because unless he kind of messes with my hand, I'm pretty set. I have Buzzwole up there with 2 energy, and I've got 2 energy in hand, so it's looking pretty good for me right now. But this is a matchup I've played on both sides of the table. I've been the Zoroark player struggling with the Buzzwole matchup, and then I've been the Buzzwole player having the favorable matchup. It's one of those things. I remember when Buzzwole first got leaked, people were just saying that Buzzwole might not be the best card because it was weak to Psychic, and at the time, Garbodor was like super popular. And I remember when Zoroark came out, it just really boosted up Buzzwole's popularity, and it was great. I always like Buzzwole. Buzzwole reminds me a lot of Landorus. That's pretty much what it is. But we do see the stand-in Zoroark come down. That can definitely be an issue. I know how hard that thing can hit. And on top of that, decks have been playing the break. And so I'm just like, all right, I don't want to get hit by an Absorption GX. So I'm going to get rid of his Stadium right here, and I'm going to use Brooklet Hill. And I think this is the part where I don't grab anything. I don't know. I just kind of look at his field, and I think this is the part where I don't grab anything. I don't grab anything for some reason. I don't know what the hell I was thinking right there. I just didn't grab anything, and I think I'm just kind of sitting there going, what did I do? But right here, I'm just going to bring this Zoroark up right here, and I'm going to bring up the Rockruff with the energy right here, because I just flat out do not want to deal with Zoroark Break at this point, because it can easily copy my GX attack, and it would just be super annoying. So I'm just going to take it out right here. I don't want to put up with it. I refuse to put up with it, so I'm going to take it out on the field. And I have a 6-3 prize lead, which is pretty nice, and I'm sitting pretty comfortable. And I think this is where my opponent starts swinging things in his favor, and the game gets a little crazy for me. But right there, guys, I have no freaking idea why I did not grab something. Like, I don't know. But my opponent is going to play Evo Soda. Evo Soda is a card that we have seen rise in popularity, and I'm so happy because I think it's a really solid card. I've always thought it was a pretty decent card. It's just, you know, at the time, like, I don't know, like at the time, you know, when it came out, you know, there was like other stuff, and like most of it was basics, and now it's like stage ones are really, really strong, really prominent, and it's cool to see like a lot of these older cards starting to get played because, you know, some of the newer ones are making them available. It's really nice to see. But it is currently pouring outside. I can hear the rain. I don't know if it can rain any freaking harder. But there is Mew. Yeah, I turn back and I see Mew. This is where the game starts getting bad for me. This is where I start struggling. And to follow it up, my dude has a Tapu Lele, so he's going to be able to grab himself a supporter. Now, this is where I start crapping my pants because I'm like, all right, things were looking good for me. I was feeling pretty confident. We got a little bit of lag there. It's okay, though. But yeah, I just was like, all right, this is not good. Because Mew can literally copy Zoroark's attack and then just go and spit on me at this point. So I'm panicking right now because I don't know what in the world I'm going to try to do here. Yeah, it's bad. But we see Mew come up, and this is where my opponent pretty much gets themselves back in the game in one turn. There we go. There is the copying of Zoroark's attack that I can't think of. Righteous Beating. There we go, Dylan. You got this. Yeah, it copies that Righteous Beating, so now I'm just pretty much having to sacrifice my poor little Rockruffs at this point because I can't bring up Buzzwole. Now I'm hoping he doesn't start going nuts with Guzma. That's like the main concern here. And at this point, I'm trying to think on what I want to do. Now I want to Brooklet Hill and grab something. I don't know why I didn't grab something last turn, but I'm looking over and I'm like, I have my GX attack still, so I think the idea right now at this point would be go for Lycanroc. So I think Lycanroc probably the best option, but for some reason I attached that fighting energy to Buzzwole because Past Dylan is a moron, and then I Sycamore into 2 Lycanroc, and yeah, Past Dylan was a moron. But so right here, I think at this point I'm starting to see the misplay that I made. I should have attached that energy to Rockruff on the bench and pretty much forced them to have a Guzma. So right there, my opponent's going to trade, and their hand size is freaking massive. Like their hand size is just absolutely massive at this point. I'm on my stream looking at the hand size right now, but yeah, things are looking pretty bad right now. My opponent evolves into a Weavile there. It's not going to be doing too much, but yeah, my opponent's pretty much taking control of this game. They're able to use trade. They have a Pokemon that can one-shot my main attackers with ease, and I'm sitting on nothing really, so this is not good. But my opponent is going to use Puzzle Time there, and I think they actually... Ooh, I think I just bumped my mic. I think that he actually plays 2 here, if I'm not mistaken. I think he gets 2 things back. We'll just have to see. Yeah. Okay, so here's what's funny. So I feel like I made a misplay there. Attaching the fighting energy to the Buzzwole. But I think my opponent plays Guzma and brings up the Buzzwole and knocks it out, which in turn saves me later in this game. I'm not even exaggerating that right now. Because my opponent played that Guzma and brought up my Buzzwole with the energy on it because I accidentally attached it wrong. I attached it to the wrong thing. They were able to basically help me out there. Because if I attached to the Rockruff, then more than likely they're going to bring up the Rockruff. So this was pretty awesome. And I actually get the Max Elixir right here. And I actually get the energy. And I think this is where I come back with the Dangerous Rogue. So at this point, I think the idea for me would be to try to, you know, get stuff out of my hand, get stuff out of my deck, and go from there. So I'm going to Brooklet Hill right here, and I don't know what I grab off the top of my head. I think I grab a Buzzwole if I'm not mistaken. But right there, I'm just kind of checking my hand or checking my deck, see what I have in there, and just really trying to figure out mods. I think I should have grabbed something right there. I think that would have probably been the better option, just to kind of thin my deck out. It's kind of crazy how you can go back and look at your like past turns, or like just going back and look at a game that you played and you're just like, I made a lot of misplay there. Like right there, I should have Ultra Balled and grabbed a Pokemon to thin my deck out more, and I end up whiffing. And you never know, if I would have probably thinned my deck out there, got those 2 extra cards, then I might have got something. And right here, I'm expecting my opponent to just Guzma up Buzzwole and win because of that. So if you guys are watching this, I'm going to give you guys some advice. Try to thin your deck out whenever you do need to grab things, like whenever you need to hit certain cards. Definitely thin your deck out there, because I could have Brooklet Hill for a Rockruff, and then I could have Ultra Balled for a Buzzwole and then just discarded it. And you never know what I might have hit there. So we'll just have to see. I think I had a Floatstone in my deck. I might be wrong, but still, nonetheless, just going forward, guys, make sure to just thin your deck out and just get rid of cards you might not need in your matchups, because you never know. But I'm pretty much just kind of getting ready. As you can see, I'm hovering over the well played because I'm fully expecting a Guzma to come down. I'm expecting this Buzzwole to go down and just die. But yeah, man, Mew is just a humongous threat to Buzzwole, and it's a 120 HP EX, and he actually just knocks out the Rockruff. And now I'm like, all right, I might have the game here, because if I can get rid of this Mew, then really there's nothing much like threatening me. And so I'm kind of looking at my discard pile, and I think right here I just make it as hard as absolutely possible on him. And so I'm gonna Brooklet Hill, just look at my deck again, just see what I have in here. I don't know if I had Floatstones. I didn't see. I don't have a Floatstone there. Okay, never mind. All right then. Well, still, take my advice. If you need something, thin your deck out, increase your odds. But I'm going to go ahead and attach the Choice Band to Lycanroc here. And I think this is the point in the game where I pretty much just like make it really, really hard on him to do anything, because Parallel City, that's pretty much my anti-Zoroark counter. I like using Parallel City early if they don't have a fill blower, or they miss a fill blower, it just really hinders them. So I'm gonna Parallel City him, limit him to 3 Pokemon. And I'm expecting one of the Pokemon he discards to be Tapu Lele, more than likely. Yep. So he discards Tapu Lele, and now I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna get him to 1 card. He has a very limited bench, so he can't bring down, or he can't play down a Tapu Lele unless he draws exactly what he needs. So there we go. There's the Dangerous Rogue for 190. I'm sorry, I was looking over at football. It's a replay, but anyway. So there's my other Floatstone. It just decided to show up. It's like, hey Dylan, what's up? But right here, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm thinking, I've got the game pretty much locked down, unless my opponent pulls out some craziness. But he does pull off a Cynthia, so that that little bit of comfort's kind of going away. It just depends on what he gets off these 6 cards. We'll just have to see. But yeah, this game has been on my computer for a couple weeks now, and I never uploaded it. I'm kind of disappointed in myself, because this was actually a pretty solid game. I made some very, 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 very stupid plays, but still, nonetheless, it was a pretty solid game. And my screw up actually ended up kind of helping me out. But my opponent's going to start using trade here. That's one of the crazy things about Zoroark, is using trade and just kind of cycling through cards. You can increase hitting things. It made Puzzle of Time a lot better, because you're able to just draw so many cards that if you play 4 of them, more than likely you're eventually going to hit them. But my opponent is digging right now. I don't know what he could possibly be digging for, but he's trying. So I think he actually ends up just conceding here in a second. And I don't blame him at all, because I was going to just Max Elixir and then Sycamore and see what I can do. But we see a Choice Band going down on the Zoroark. We get a little bit of that hot lag again. But yeah, man, Zoroark is just so strong. But like Lycanroc, like Buzzwole Lycanroc, Lycanroc is just such a good side attacker. And it just really is helpful. But I think my opponent just uses Righteous Beating and just kind of softens up my Lycanroc right here. But yeah, I mean, these are all Pokemon that I really like. Zoroark, Lycanroc, Buzzwole, all really cool Pokemon. So it's cool to see them, really being strong in the TCG right now. But anyway, the video is coming to an end, so my cringy commentary can end. Good God, I'm still so bad at the commentary. I don't know what it is. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And, like the video for lag. But anyway, hope you guys all take care. I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting through my horrible commentary. And if you made it to this point in the video, comment bullwhacker. We'll just make something stupid. Comment bullwhacker. Yeah, catch you guys in the next video. I love you, and peace.